Dire team ban.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to more of the NanYang American Qualifier final action. It's Digital Chaos versus Shazam in a best of 5. Digital Chaos now are up in one game. They won game number 1. It was pretty clear cut. A good sweep from, start to finish. Shazam tried to hold on all the way down to Mega Creeps, but couldn't make it work in the very final hurrah. And now we're into game number 2, and well, I'm Kyle Guy from Beyond the Summit. I'm going to be joined again by the inventor of NA Dota himself, Grant. Grant, here we go. Game 2 now. Shazam, what do you want to see from them to shake things up and get this series back even 1-1?
5 seconds remaining.
I think they need a little more. I don't like the Darkseer. I think Brax plays a good Darkseer, but it doesn't give him. Darkseer as a hero gives you no tempo.
Yeah.
And I think a hero like a Beastmaster maybe would be more of the. So I think Shazam just so much on tempo. Like if they have a Beastmaster instead of a Darkseer that game, they could be going for earlier kills while TC farms. But like you said, Darkseer takes a little bit to come online, and it just feels the game was slow for them, and they were still just losing.
Now, they have an opportunity to possibly get the Beastmaster unless DC pick it. I didn't even get the statement out before it actually happened, and sure enough, that hero, if it gets through the first phase, it's getting snagged up by a team, and I agree with you 1000%. Love Brex on Darkseer, but this is not the time to play a Darkseer. It feels like you gotta get a do shit hero in mid game. Do shit hero right when he gets level 6. You can't have these long build-ups in hopes that you can hold things out for a TC to be the one man to bring it home. It worked against FDL, but maybe against DC, you gotta change it up.
Yeah, and I think I already like what DC did here. I think Shazam, again, hoping Digital Chaos they were gonna pick the Furion, because Brax is actually one of the offlaners. I know he can play the hero, but he doesn't look like a Moon, a Moo, like one of those people that plays it insanely well. Like, man, he's TPing all over the map, he's getting everything, and I think that DC called their bluff on that, and they get a Beastmaster, and Shazam doesn't really get, besides Doom, that other second pick hero, so I already like DC. Misery, his wits.
I wonder if DC has ever ran both of those heroes. Could they still get an NP and maybe do the Beastmaster 4 position? I don't know.
I've seen it, not from them, I don't think, but I've seen it.
It's happened plenty.
Yeah, it has.
In China, and now we saw it yesterday a little bit. The hero just farms so damn good with that piercing damage on those boars in the jungle that if you got the opportunity, you might as well go for it. But we'll have to see if DC can. Maybe they're thinking about it right now, starting to go through their secondary timer here. It's like, can we afford to do a more greedier style lineup and just put this more onto Misery? I mean, Misery still did wonderful work in his Lion in the last game. He found great pickoffs. He held his own the lane. He got picked off a couple of times, but it was always like tanking the gank. But we'll see. For now, they go for the Invoker, for the Weehaw Invoker mid lane. Resolution, I thought, plays like some of the best Invoker in the game, but Weehaw also plays it pretty good too.
Yeah, they can switch it up, and I like how that. See, this time they pick Invoker third, which means there's a way for Shazam to react with the PL. And I mean, I assume DC will ban the PL here pretty 100%, and that's how you have to do it. You pick the Invoker. You can't let them get we saw him in lane. We just watched him. He just MSS got destroyed, and it wasn't because of their skill level. It's because that hero just gets destroyed by the other hero.
Yeah. And I think you're right. They played this so well. If they want to pick up the Nature's Prophet, they can take their time in doing so. And just going for the Invoker now and banning something like the PL leaves him in a lane where he's going to do very well. So if you can't go for the PL, where do you go from there if you're Shazam? And do you think you need to secure it in this next pick?
And maybe you go for the SCA pick and go for the Juggernaut. I doubt America has much running Juggernaut versus the Invoker. Even it is a winning matchup, but I'm not sure. You might just go for. There's still an IO Tiny, but I guess it would have to be Mad playing the IO, and I know he does, but I know he's still in Europe, and I don't think Shazam runs IO Tiny or IOCK. I really don't. And
IO is just such a precious thing, and for someone who have just joined amongst the chemistry of this team, and you said with ping issues, when you need to have a hero next to another hero at all times and making quick decisions, I don't know if a Wisp will be in the future for Shazam, but could have been, a good game changer, something they might need to go for against a team like DC right now. And there it is, as predicted. the PL ban going to be taken off the field. Shazam had enough of the Soxa Phoenix, so they will remove that. And then look at this. They also decide to take out the Lycan here.
They just don't want to get. I mean, an Invoker, Beastmaster, Lycan. If you lose like one hero after the 10-minute mark, you just entire base. That's pretty much what would happen if they got a Lycan there.
Serious amount of summons. You have the Inner Beast from Beastmaster, Alacrity Wolf. That
Necro
would be
3 when it comes
the
up,
Necro
yeah.
3. God damn, that would be a stampede.
Yeah, no, already. I mean, Beastmaster Invoker alone is like strong laning, strong pushing, and Invoker. You've seen, I believe it was Freedom, Minitsky, Frange, aka Flea.
Francis Lee
Yeah.
Flea is that that's what they're calling him now.
Yeah, exactly. His Invoker like out carried a Spectre and a CK one time. Like we've seen Invoker can go super late, so
Yeah.
that is one hell of a hero. No pupils though. Always
I mean,
wonder where
that's
his pupils are.
unfortunate. I never gave the hero a shot ever since you had to look in the menu to see his like thousands of spells. I was like, I'm not gonna
That's
bother.
crazy.
I'd rather just play the game. So I never picked up Invoker. Even to this day, I maybe fiddled with them once, but I'm like, this is not for me.
I played like a Cold Snap first support Invoker for like Porok or something. That was about it. I hate the hero too. I still remember though.
Yeah.
People think Invokers, like new players think Invokers confusing then. Back then, it was 100. How many more spells were there? Like 100? It was something crazy
This
when he
is
first
like
came
100
out.
or a million, something
Yeah,
like that.
1,000,000.1. I don't know. Yeah, it was my learning.
Yeah, I wasn't about that. I was about playing games.
Yeah, you were about. I was about playing Gambler and just clicking on here and hoping,
Yes.
buddy.
Yeah, absolutely. We
That-
don't need
that
to
was
horse around
Dota.
this bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
But
banned the Darkseer, so apparently DC doesn't want to play into the Darkseer this time.
yeah.
You never know what's going on in a team's mind. They could. It seems weird for casters, pick time feels like forever. For a team, like they just discuss something for 2 minutes, like one little thing, they're like, oh my goodness, our reserve time's almost gone. It's
Yeah.
crazy what happens when you're actually in the game.
Yeah, I can believe that for sure. So, unfortunately, you never get to be the fly on the wall on that one. And, well, we might get to see Brax. Maybe they're just like, you know what? We got to play it because it still would have been a really nice pickup for DC if they wanted to be greedy with that Beastmaster. Maybe they're just like, we got to take it for ourselves.
I want to say, I doubt this will happen, but it could be a mid-nature's prophet. We saw Snaking play, not for Dragneel, his last team, and I think we've actually seen Slayer from Enemy GG play Nature's Prophet middle, and I don't think he does that bad versus Invoker, but I mean, I doubt it. It's just a little thing that could happen.
MSS plays Nature's Prophet.
Yeah,
I've seen him
he
play
could
it
do a
before.
middle, yeah, so it's not completely out of the question, especially if Nature's Prophet doesn't have that bad of a losing factor against Invoker.
Yeah.
If you get stunned by, like, if DC just picks a Vampire, your Nature's Prophet's pretty.
It's tough though. I mean, a Weehaw versus MSS mid lane matchup. I like both these guys as mid laners. I don't know if you want to take the risk of going with a matchup that you lose on paper and hope it works out too. But yeah, it's hard, and I'm sure that's why they're taking so much time to just think about it and then play out all the situations here. So I will be very curious to see what they decide to do with it. Wyvern though does show itself here for DC. A hero capable of being able to provide sustain for the team during these, hectic tier 1 to tier 2 pushes, being able to keep them alive. Great spam of creep waves with the splinter shot, and his ult, if done right, could just instantly delete a hero from a fight.
Yeah, especially it kind of makes Shazam like, I don't think we want to pick Sven here. You just ult a support or even a middle hero against a Sven, and Sven just kills his own teammate that quick. I like the Winter Wyvern, who was banned out in the second phase last game, so Shazam knew something about it, and DC this time scoops it up, and he's one of the best level 1 harass heroes too. That Q, Arctic Burn, I think it is insane. There we go. So that's good. I believe that's an MSS Timberson. That's also a deny pick. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm surprised DC. Well, they have Invoker Beastmaster, but MSS Timbersaw is what we're looking at. I think.
Yeah. Well, what about that matchup? I mean, is his armor and his durability with his passive good enough to withstand Invoker in the mid lane a bit?
I think at like level 3-ish, level 2
Yeah.
armor it is. Level 1 and 2 could be a little bit rough, especially Winter Wyvern might be camping you middle, but I think Timbersaw doesn't really win many matchups middle besides DK, but he doesn't lose them.
Yeah. So I wonder. So we still don't know yet where this Beastmaster is going to go. It seems likely that it might just end up in the off lane now for Moo if they were initially planning to grab something like the Timber Saw or something else. But now they might need to consider, because this is now going to be an obvious core, Timber Saw, getting something in the silence department here. They might reserve it for their last pick, but in the meantime, it worked for them in the first game. Resolution was, pretty much the true huge heavy hitter and farmer of the game from pretty much the halfway point to the end, and it looks like they're going to try to go for it again here.
Yeah, that's fine. They just have so much team fight again. Invoker, Gyro Beast, all good, all good early, mid, and late game. It seems to be heroes are what's coming back in. I mean, same with Doom, same with Timber Saw. And yeah, there's the Venge ban. It's gotta be Venge. If Venge is on DC, they have so much map control with Hawk plus roaming around Winter Wyvern and Venge.
I mean, this is a big deal too, because you didn't realize it until the ban came out, but Jason gets to play something else besides Venge. So.
Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier. I'm like, good for him. Maybe we'll see. What if he just goes,
godlike.
Go ham sauce on
What if he just goes godlike? He's like, see, this is what happens when I don't play Venge. He freaks out.
And then next game they and he just goes quiet.
And then he throws and the game's over. God, that would just be the storyline of the century. We'll see.
What I'm thinking of Shazam here might want I'm thinking about a Chaos Knight now that Spectre's banned. This is a pretty good Chaos Knight game for Shazam. I don't know what DC. They want to support.
What about that Wyvern ulti? I felt with fear for the Wyvern ulti and using all those CK Knights to just beat his own ass down. Could be trouble.
I think
I don't know.
If you're ever getting Bane. Okay, so man, they have so much shutdown on middle. Invoker's not gonna lose mid. Then you have a Winter Wyvern Arctic burning mid. Bane could just run in, pure damage you, trade with you. They are really shutting down this mid the last couple games.
Not gonna be good for MSS. He's typically one of their, big star players to be able to pull it out and set the momentum for the game. And we saw him nerf down a bit in game number 1 on his Invoker. Now possibly doing the, crowd-pleasing Timber Saw. We'll see what he does there. But for Shazam, we need to get that, what could be either off lane or position for... No, core.
I think they need a carry here, I believe.
Yeah, the Doom is probably going to just end up being in that position, and then they're going to need someone for the late game. Need that TC hero who can fight up with the gyrocopter here.
No. Well, I don't know. DC's draft's just so good. You can't really put any carry hero into Shazam's line and be like, oh, that's a super good. I think Slark is better than TK now that I look at it. Roam around a little bit, but I mean, Roar, Fiend Script, you have a lot of stuff to After Dark pack to handle him, and it's going to have to be perfectly played by TC, and we've seen him do it before, so you're not out of the question.
We'll have to see if he can get to that point, and hopefully their team will overall just have the momentum where he'll have enough space to farm up. I don't know if he's going to want to or be able to play more of a greedy or Slark kind of a game and get your Midas, and or if DC are going to be looking to fight sooner than later. You have that capability with a gyrocopter and an Invoker on your team. Moo on the Beastmaster, it's not going to be the super greedy jungle Beastmaster who can get that level 6 within 5 minutes or whatever, and then just put each Primal Roar to work every time it's off cooldown. So I don't know. It's gonna be a barn burner, Grant, and I'm real excited about it. Game number 2 of our grand final.
Slobber knocker, and MSS has Poor Man's Shield already, so melee hero Invoker. It's funny how they just. I need to figure out why. They just do better versus Invoker than range heroes for some strange reason, and especially when you have a Poor Man's Shield and he already skilled reactive armor. He's like, I don't care. We could be chasing someone with 100 HP. I could whirling death. I don't care. I'm getting the reactive armor.
Yeah, it does kind of raise the flag that we will not be expecting Shazam to go on any sort of early aggressive movement here, but as MSS just prepares to be probably harassed and beat to hell in this mid lane by a potential roaming Bane, and of course that fun little level 1 Arctic burn from Saxa. I mean, that was something that we saw, I think it was Soniko at TF5 qualifiers was one of the first Winter Wyverns I saw just floating around the mid lane and just god damn, are you for real? He's flying over the cliff right to the mid lane there, and it's just real.
That was right when Soniko was coming into his thing. People were like, oh, Navi's dead, and then he went. Yeah, he was fun to watch.
Yeah, fortunately they didn't make it that far. We'll see if the new invited Navi will be able to do any better here at the next upcoming major. But here, DC easily securing this top rune for themselves. We'll leave MSS with that bottom one, and we'll begin to see. And there's Saksa already rolling through. He has one ops ward here.
But the ward sees him. They know the ward's there. Yep, and that's getting countered. Wait,
that would be a free 100 gold if they can get the detection.
We're looking.
They'll need detection though.
Yeah, they'll have to buy it. I mean, they will. Boo already getting chased down. Run, Jason. Poor little stubby legs.
No, Jason will get to see him on the lion now as opposed to the bench.
Oh,
and see,
sorry, really big play by the chicken there. He was running it straight back, and they just called out. He's like, I'm not letting my chicken die. And so a long cooldown too, level 1 Arctic burn. So
yeah,
MSS good play.
Yep, that will force the Wyvern to be in a bit of an awkward state and kind of run around. Maybe if he could find a stack to make, but in the meantime, we'll just have to wait to make a new approach with a new Arctic Burn, and that means Weehaw is not going to get any sort of assistance for the first wave or so. So MSS off to a hot start, 5-2 CS2 Invokers, none. So,
Yo, he's
got none.
And look at these denies. He's getting every deny too.
Dude, MSS is going in right now in this lane.
That's
7-3.
actually sick. Usually I'm not one to talk about like cosmetics, but that Timber Sauce that he made it.
Look at this. Look at this. The disrespect. He's chasing him around the tower. He's like, what are you going to do about it?
Yo,
what
he
are
has
you
a
going to
whirling
do?
death.
Reactive
Oh,
armor.
no.
He's got whirling death. He's just merry-go-rounding him. He looked. Oh, the salve will finally come out. And MSS will have to roll back there, but.
Why? Oh my. That was actually, might have been a kill. Both his deaths actually missed trees. I think that would have been a kill. Did it just out of range of those trees, but that was still sick. Wow, that is reactive armor for you.
Well, it should be a good boost of confidence here for MSS. We'll see what he can do with it as the lane does progress. But look at Brax. He has stepped away from that off lane again and will be in the jungle, joining Mad for a little bit here. So, you know, you're a bit skeptic, or at least, you know, talking about how Brax is not known for his nature's prophet. We'll have to see what he can bring in this game, though. Oh,
yeah,
bottom lane, they made a move for Moo, actually. The setup stun from Jason. They get the follow-up. TC pounce. The boar continues to slow down Jason. Moo's like, I will get you, but he will not get him. Neither will the boar.
That's a start we needed, man. Slarky, you usually don't see, well, you see us. It's just like 7 stacks up there in those 15 Saints, and Jason, poor Jason. Even when they're getting first bloods, he's just getting picked on. He doesn't die, but here we go. Now we get some help for Weehaw middle. He's like, all right, I'm not winning this lane. Must be some help, someone.
That's Misery. He'll roll through the teammates there, formerly from Secret. Not committing any spells, though. He's just going to gladly pick up the bounty rune that had been chilling there for nearly a minute. And now he'll take his business all the way through into the bottom lane instead. So here we see bottom lane TC make a pounce commitment for Moo. But this time Moo has got some help here. And we'll see if Misery can find a setup.
Sorry, Solo smoked middle.
And
oh,
here we go. You're right. The same moment. Matt is looking to make an approach, but he gets pinged out. Yep, it's over. How bottom, though? Misery, he wants Jason. Looking to move in, and we'll have to settle for sleeping up TC. And now Misery could be in a little bit of trouble. Dark Pack sidestep, but boom! Jason eventually gets caught out, stunned up, and hit with the Sunstrike from Weehaw in the mid lane.
Yeah, I guess we forgot about that. Bane sleep in the sun. Any hero, any time on map you want.
Yep. That is actually pretty filthy when you think about it here, and it's probably something Shazam are going to be taking note of. But mid lane, Brax shows up. They pop out the trees, and he can't really participate much else than that. But here comes Misery, can't offer a lot to assist Weehaw. Mad will be able to get the kill, and now even Jason, back from the dead, shows up, gets the hex on the Misery, and he's looking for revenge. You put me to sleep, get a Sunstrike, I'm going to put you to bed.
Well, he's gonna go to sleep with him, I guess. Oh, poor Jason, man. That's huge kill. That's a double kill. That is the Invoker and the Bane going down just for a line. That's not bad. Ooh, but bottom, he's dead.
Got him. Wow, nicely done. Weehaw gets that Sunstrike. Moo on pursuit. And now taking over this lane, it's only about 4:24 into the game, and he's now level 5. Wonderful off lane for him on this Beastmaster.
Yeah, he's having a great time. That is a lot of stuff. And Brax, nice game middle, but he's only 2, not even 2.5. This is already a rough game for Nature's Prophet. He didn't jungle very well. He tried to do the big camps, and you can't really do those depending on what you get as an Atrus Prophet. And I was just gonna try to go top, maybe pull some creeps with his stuff, but Rex need to find some experience somewhere.
Mid lane, MSS does have a bottled up haster, and this could be a kill rune, as he's about to get his level 6. So I'm curious to see how he plans on using it here. While top lane will have to keep watch. It looks like there goes the Splinter Shot. Jason trying to run in, gonna get slowed up here from Saksa. Very nicely done from the Wyvern. And Jason will have to retreat. Meanwhile, there was a rotation. Sunstrike. Nice. Jason not going to have it this time. Sidestep goes for the TP's mad, though. Slept up. Sunstrike won't be there, but there will be a call down instead. And a mighty rocket barrage coming out from Resolution will secure that kill. They're looking for Brax. They got the sap. They got the right click. But here comes MSS with that kill rune. Pops the haste. Rolls up there. And at least we'll get a little bit of redemption for his team. But it is a better trade for DC going 2 for 1.
Yeah, it is. Brax stuck around a little bit too long and died to misery, and then MSS comes out of nowhere. And yeah, 2 for 1 trades are always going to be better for the 2. I guess unless you're like level 25 and they're level. Don't see that happening off.
Uh-oh, Brax is still hanging around. He's still only level 2. If Resolution get close enough, in fact, he doesn't even need to. The flak damage does a lot of work. Oh, got him. Nicely done. Maybe sleeping on the job there. Brax just kind of beelined it straight back and mid lane. Now the rock comes out from the mini dooms. MSS rolls in with a whirling death. Jason has the stun. Timber Chain is there, but they'll need that right click for MSS to finish the job. And that's a killing spree bounty from all those Sunstrike kills. So MSS actually gets a nice little extra change from that.
It doesn't. That's the first time I've actually seen a Doom, like his little golems, actually secure a team a kill. That was nice. Or TC's getting left alone bottom, though. I think that's the problem. Moo is the same level as him, and he's getting, I mean, he's still 9 CS down, but at off lane over safe lane, Slark has nothing right now. He has an Aquila he can fly out once the chicken's back, but I think they need to help. Yeah. But, I mean, MSS is doing good, so that's...
Well, I mean, yeah, one of them is going to have to do something, but seeing TC the one who's shortchanged is a bit rare, and right now he might get even more shortchanged. He gets slept up, he gets roared. He does manage to get into the ulti, and we'll pounce away from trouble. Well, can Misery get close enough for maybe a sap and another axe? I think they can. Dark Pack, and it's not even necessary. Brax's going to show up with MSS here, and they're looking for some revenge for their fallen comrade. They're looking to go for Misery. Misery pops the wand, puts to sleep, goes for the TP, and he does not make it out. He gets sliced up right the last second. And the little Treant, I guess, does the unsleep, which helps out a bit, but he almost makes it away.
And you just see the burst damage from Timber's Heart. There looked like, oh, there's no way Bane's dying. He just gets destroyed by MSS, just 2 spells. Now,
scary.
Weeha is getting a little bit closer to his Midas. I mean, obviously, Invoker, Midas, doesn't matter. Quas, Wax, Exhort, you could go stats only to get Midas on that hero.
Yeah, he's making fair time with it after that pretty rough start right now. How is their CS matching up now? It's actually a lot closer. Weeha's only 8 within, but this is when MSS might be looking to, you know, do some more bloodshed at this point. So picks up the bounty rune at the top, makes his business back towards this mid lane, and I guess we'll just push up in the XP department in the meantime. TC is being scouted right now by the Hawk. Misery's close. If Misery was level 6, it would make things a bit easier here and being able to get some extra pickoffs, but he's going to need to find a place to find some XP.
It is, and right now the Doom is at level 6 now. We might see if he buys a smoke, it goes for a smoke gank himself again. You already see Dire pinged out Doom. They're like, he's running back, watch out, he's level 6, might gank.
Yeah.
Good call out by DC already.
We'll see if Matt can somehow find a place to make a jump and be able to go for the Doom play or not. But you can expect DC now to be playing a bit more on edge. Or, as I say that, they're going to go for their own smoke play here, Grant. Resolution with the call down ready to go, and Misery, you know, may not be level 6, but with a successful smoke gank he will be.
Oh yeah, and all Bane has to do, rub, sleep. Sunstrike's going to get thrown out, call down probably at the exact same time, and it's a lot of damage you're taking.
We'll see here. They're still looking around. Misery kind of scouting out the side camp here. They're looking for someone to come back into this mid lane. It's going to be MSS. Will they have enough lockdown to put him in his place? They're going to go for it. Misery leads him with a sleep. Mad's here now. They get the Hex and the Doom for Resolution. This could be a great turnaround for Shazam if they can get the finish. Saksa trying to get close enough for the Cold Embrace. Can't get there. Instead, we'll have to settle for the ulti. Jason, man, he's getting absolutely absolutely manhandled there from his own partner Madman, then the Sunstrike will finish him off. And it turns into a 1-for-1 trade. Still, even losing Jason, it's a better trade for Shazam.
It's a big trade. That was perfect Sunstrike though from Weeha. I mean, being it right after the Winter Wyvern ult ends. And yeah, that was the gank they're looking for. You saw he went in for the sleep, but Mad was just right there and dooms Gyro. So Gyro is pretty much just useless.
Convenient.
Brax is finally getting a little bit. He has found level 5.5, and
wow.
he hasn't been pressured. He's looking for those drums, and I mean Nature's Sprouts can't catch up. Your old farms, you can TP around the map, pick up some kills. He's not out of it. That was definitely the roughest start we've seen, but he's already catching up a little.
Yeah, I would agree. Definitely one of the more difficult starts we've seen from Brax, but we'll see if he can recover or not. You already mentioned multiple ways that he could do so here. And TC, another one who's going to need some recovery. He's the lowest in net worth in terms of cores really for this game. Him and Matt are pretty much neck and neck, but he's still trying to even just get some treads complete. And at this point, he can't play that greedy game and go for a Midas. He's going to have to find a way and find an option to be able to build up some sort of fight. Mid lane, they're looking for a fight. Jason gets off a nice little Hex here, and MSS will easily be able to clean up the rest of the pieces with a nice little chakram and, well, Timber Chain through. Misery puts him to sleep, but can't really do anything about it. Well, bottom lane, they make a go for Moo. Moo going to be sprouted up, now going to get netted down. TC shows up, gets him with the pounce, and now they get 2 kills across the board. This is really nice for Shazam.
And there we go. Brax TP's down, gets involved in the fight. He's now almost level 7. They get a free duo kill, and this is Shazam just looks crispy in their movements. That was just perfect trades on both sides. They're gonna lose top tower, but fine with that.
Yeah, Resolution is still farming. He is still getting pretty big, but for MSS to be able to participate in these kills and find farm for himself, it does etch him ahead quite a bit. Plus, this Timbersaw is going to be able to peak a bit sooner, maybe along with the gyrocopter, but he's definitely the one to fear right now. And he got a point booster. Looks like he'll be going right for that Bloodstone. We already mentioned last time, but these new buffs to the Bloodstone, getting the extra charges, makes it pretty nice for someone like a Timbersaw here. So we'll see. And I imagine MSS, he's going to want to add more charges faster. What'd you say? Like, you seen him get like 40 in one game?
Was that? It was either MSS or Fleet. It was one of those. Yeah, one of them had 42 Bloodstone charges. That's just, to me, I don't even know if that happens. That's insane.
To do that against a team like DC would be very impressive.
And he's well on his way. 4-0-2. Soul Booster 12 minutes. Keeps missing trees and cutting himself, but he's moving. Look at that. He just defense pushes himself so well.
Yep. Great at being able to spam out these waves and just kind of force the pushes back a bit. And when you got a heavy push team like what DC have, it's going to be nice to have that kind of utility there. And, well, DC, though, will try to round the corner. They have Moo with the Roar ready to go. He dishes out the Hawk here. Got both of them. And we'll scope out their vision right now if I can hit the right button. And he'll see the approach here. They can play this nicely, but Mad shows up, and he can't commit the Doom yet. Now we'll go for it before Moo's going to be able to get off the Roar, but nice stop play there from Saksa. Gets out the ultimate, and will lock them in place, and that might be enough space. Or will it? MSS is going to be able to get in with a Timber Chain and Whirling Death down the rest of Moo. Will be put to sleep, though, for Misery. They make their hustle trying to get the Winter Wyvern, while MSS and Jason both make a go for Misery. No finger yet, but he will sap the hell of that mana if possible. And there we go. MSS jumps in, but Misery gets off a Fiend's Grip here, just delaying the death. Gets off a sap. He's actually good. Resolution shows up. Gets a swift kill on Jason. Now looking to clean up MSS. This could be a wonderful turnaround for Digital Chaos if they can do it. And it looks like they can. They got the sleep. MSS not even going to be able to take down Misery. It's a double kill for Resolution. While mid lane, see the back end of Shazam and a Sunstrike will unfortunately miss its mark. A 2-for-2 trade, it looks like, unless this fight recap is outdated. But no, it does look like 1 for DC on this.
Yeah, 2 for 2, and they get, well, both teams actually get the mid. Brax gets middle tower, and so does Weehan. God, that was such a good grip by Misery. Like, just knowing that Jason just uses Voodoo and his stun, he just ults him, and then Jason gets caught up from behind by the gyro, and it's handled. And luckily, I believe MSS did buy out. He bought that Soul Ring TP. But yeah, that's a huge. That's definitely a win for DC.
And now we'll see if DC are going to be looking to do something on the back of this momentum or not. In the meantime, we will work with a little bit of a stack here. He's got his drums and Midas good to go, and Yeah, Misery is just kind of moving forward on all cylinders. Doesn't have the feeds grip at the ready yet. Still needs 20 seconds there, but it looks like they're going to be posturing up for, I don't know, possibly a Roche.
You know, they have book 2, almost a book 3. If they kill this, they're just gonna go for the Roche, get it. They'll have a book 3 after this, and oh my, a book 3 plus an ultimate resolution. They can just. Doesn't even feel like they're that far ahead. They only 2,000 gold, but
can they get it in time? It's close. It looks like they will. They'll take it down, and was almost close enough for Shazam where they were going to be stuck in that yellow-red light situation, Grant, where it's like you're already in, you got to go for it, and luckily they were not close enough, but it's still a big win for DC. They get their extra life, and now they can control all the momentum of this game. Shazam are gonna have to really duck and dodge here. It's going to be a hard team fight as long as DC do have this Aegis.
Oh, look at top. TC's pulling creeps. Brax is trying to kill the tower, but Shazam knows there's probably about to be 5 heroes up here. Maybe not, though. They see Weehaw pushing mid, and they see
Resolution on bottom there. He does have a TP, but that tower is already down, and it looks like DC are just going to be letting it go. But yeah, you're right. I mean, there might have been a window there for Shazam to kind of make that jump, but DC had good defensive positioning and pulled off.
And we actually, right before that Roche ended, we saw actually Mad picked up the Crimson Guard, so it'd actually be a little bit tougher than I said to just run at him with that Crimson Guard up. The Gyro will be doing way less damage. We'll see what happens. I'm surprised we haven't seen a full-fledged team fight yet besides the last
They're trying to cut off Wee here. Brax shows up, TP's right into the trees, does the Sprout. And now MSS and Mad trying to get close up, but what an ice wall coming out from Wee. That one ice wall keeps them all back and stops the gank. Wow. Okay.
That was nice. And that was only an Aegis too. They would have gotten. They would have had to been careful. Might not have been a turnaround, but remember when he first came into the scene? You know, just getting in. Playing some pubs and
playing Meepos.
Yeah, playing Meepos, playing Europe, and now he's winning majors,
refreshing big games. And, yeah.
Hey, sometimes you just gotta refresh. I know how that is. Sometimes you just hit F5 on like a good song. You're on YouTube, you can't click the back button. You're just like, I'm gonna refresh this song.
Yep.
There.
Yeah, well, he's got they have a refresh for DC, I guess you could say. So.
That's definitely aiming hard, but you're being truthful. That is an honest meme is hard to come. Give you that.
Too many unhonest.
Yeah, I just can't respect the unhonest. Yeah, the unhonest ones. I don't know. I just don't feel right about him. We see.
Fair enough.
Keel just saying, "Let's go to." He is.
That's their Frenchman, Mad, a recent import here, and we'll see if they're going to be able to kind of lead it off. Well, he's got the Crimson Guard good to go, but there are no targets here.
Oh, there's targets now. Middle-ish.
But top lane also. Potential skirmish for TC, though he will be able to pounce away. And you can see on the map the remaining members of Shazam like looking over to TC. They're just like, are you okay, dude? Okay. But then they didn't go for mid lane is the problem. So, I mean, Mad was running his way up there. Mad's not going to be in mid lane now. Mad was running up to the top lane. Now Mad's coming back. They're not going to have the Doom here for resolution, but they do have the finger. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He's still alive. Can they get the finish? They certainly can. MSS will timber chain his way through to take down the gyrocopter. TC does show up from that top lane, gets the finish, slicing down Misery here. And Shazam will take their 2-man pick as the rest of DC will retreat.
Yep, DC did take a tier 2 top, but another good fight, man. That ult by Winter Wyvern, God, it kept that gyro alive for so much longer, even with the chakram just buzzing on him.
Good survivability, but Shazam still kind of holding the momentum here. And this will be a secured tier 2.
Look at that tier 3 taking damage top, though. That's almost 300 unanswered damage.
That's unfortunate.
This last hit, or uphill, nope, get 3 damage.
So this is going to be a huge rat factor now.
Yeah, it really is.
Shazam we're going to have to worry about.
Yeah, it is. Beastmaster, Beastmaster and Invoker, both those heroes can solo push. I mean, not as well, obviously, as a Farm Nature's Prophet, but throw double bore, book 3 without even your hero, and I mean, that tier 3 could just drop. Or Invoker, Alacrity on a Forged Spirit, and there you go. Oh, TC. TC's gonna see Moo.
Can he do something about it? He looks like he'll just go up the other way and continue his own farming pattern. While Moo does his work here, Moo already has his book 3 done, but you know what would fit nicely with it is probably a Blink Dagger, maybe?
Oh yeah, I think it'll probably be Blink Dagger, Boots of Travel for that split push factor we talked about, but definitely a Blink.
And with that kind of heads-up setup, Or they actually just dropped a sentry. They'll use the boars to play it safe and D-ward. And obviously Shazam are going to kind of get the idea that their sentry just went down, and that puts Brax now into the side lane, and looks like they'll just kind of change course here. So MSS at 14 charges for his Timber, still holds 2,000 gold. I haven't seen him pick up anything else. He got to this Bloodstone pretty fast, but we'll have to see what he decides to follow it up
I think
with.
he goes Blink. I think that's a pretty MSS thing. He loves the mobility of Blink, but maybe versus Bane, and I think he's still gonna go Blink, even though it's pretty rough versus the lineup DC has. You want the movement though. Oh, and top. Oh, the Hawks get it. They know there's a Hawk, but he just got on Misery. It looks like.
Who gets the pounce? There's the pack. Jason's there, stunned, but Jason will get hit up with the ulti. It's not close enough to TC though to be able to lock him in. TC will be good. Jason, however, will not. He'll end up going down. A supportive piece will be traded. MSS Cold Snap's been locked down. He can't even get close enough to get anything off. Finally, we'll get in there with the chakra. Rolls forward, and Shazam will be able to clear out another 2. They make it a 3-for-1 trade, and Resolution says, I'm coming to play now. Drops the call down. We'll be able to get the swift kill on the MSS. He will be back in 5 seconds because of the Bloodstone. And now Resolution once more. He's rolling for TC, eating a full rocket barrage. Resolution gets the double. He ain't done yet. He's moving in now, looking to go for Brax, but there's MSS back from the dead. And that will force Resolution to stay back. What a heated fight up here, and they want more. Moo also looking to run. Good Blink sidestep. MSS can't catch him with that Timber chain, so no damage was taken. But MSS is a man who can chase.
Oh.
And now Misery shows up, gets the Fiend's Grip, locks him down, and that's 2 kills on MSS. A serious hit to the charges on his Bloodstone, cutting him right in half, and Resolution gets to walk away all with the killing spree. Damn.
Oh my! I think we were both about to call. We're like, oh man, Shazam just won a huge team fight,
Yep.
and then Resolution from the back, just pow pow, blap, comic book, and they just got a triple kill out of nothing. That looked like such a good team fight from Shazam, but Resolution just...
That was crazy.
Yeah,
And
it
that,
really
it's just
was.
like where the camera was, it's like he just came out of nowhere. He's just like, hey, good fight, everyone. Mind if I just kill everybody?
Top lane Resolution's getting gone on again.
Hex, stun, right clicks are coming out, but they don't have
What the hell?
enough burst. With Jason not committing the finger, and it's only level 1. Saxa steps in, gets off the ulti here. Slept now, MSS. Will they get him again for a 3rd time? Looks like they're trying to finish off Brax. They'll get that one. MSS, though, it looks like he'll have to Timber Chain away to make the safety. Jason, he's dead. They just put him to sleep to save him for a treat later, and then we'll finally gobble up and a little dessert, but they still want more. Mad trying to help out, gets off the Crimson Guard, and MSS will be able to Timber Chain to the high ground. But look at this, DC, they ain't done. They said this is our parade, and they just roll right up and into the base while they have this advantage, while MP's down, while Jason's also out, and they'll just try to take it tier 3.
That's pretty much what we said with the Beastmaster Invoker. Like, you literally kill one hero. It's just Jason and Brax down, and your base is gone. And it actually just gone.
Radiant's top barracks are
Still
under
trying to make a fight, though. Mad stuck in an
Oh.
ice wall. He gets close enough to get the Doom off on Moo, who doesn't even have his stun up yet, and Mad will lose his own life for it. He gets Fiend's gripped and locked down. Jason's back now. He's trying his best with Brax, both of them. MSS and TC looking to go for the backliners here. Oh, Resolution so low. Going for the TP, and he taunts as well, but they get him. Oh, serves them right. He will get dropped. Weehaw, though, will make it under the cover of the Ghost Walk. Shazam still do take a hard hit, and they also lose a melee Rax in addition to that tier 3.
Yeah, that was... I mean, DC will tell you, they're like, oh, free melee racks? Okay, they do lose Resolution. Man, oh, he went for it. He's like, let's just give him with the old Tanaruni, and Mad, he went up and doomed Moo, and then died. Not sure if that was the play.
Definitely felt didn't even feel like hectic. It didn't
Yeah,
feel
that
like
was-
it was working really at all there for Shazam.
I should say one thing. I noticed, like, in that top fight, especially at the beginning, before Shazam started losing it, Crimson Guard on Timbersaw, he was literally taking 0 damage for like 10 seconds. It was pretty crazy, and we saw it again when he just lived at the top before the tier 2. Crimson Guard and Timbersaw is pretty insane.
It is really nice. My God, they had such trouble being able to get that finish. Bottom lane though, looking to go for Brax. Misery. Ooh, the arms were being raised. They both forced, but Misery has that haste rune. Is able to finally catch up and put him to sleep, but that will be the end of it. He's like, I got you though. I got you with that sleep. TP's away.
He
And
did.
Shazam are
Oh.
they're converging
no.
here.
And I
They're
think
going
they
for
saw
Roche.
TC with that sentry too. Oh no, TC could be in a lot of trouble here.
He just
no.
walks on in there. Are you guys doing Roche? Well, they were. And then they all left, and they'll be able to reposition here, and now we're going to see a lot of tension around this Roche pit for sure, because both of these teams do have Roche potential, and I don't know, I think you still would give the nod to DC, though. They got the extra bit of vision, they got the extra bit of team fight, the Roar set up at the choke point, the Wyvern ulti. In fact, they're just going to smoke, they're going to look for a fight, and they can win this one. They'll take Roche, and then they'll make a push for the base and try to end game 2.
Yeah, and well, here we go. Who's the hawk spot out? Oh, TC and he does not quite have the quick enough finger for that. I don't know if the dark pack would have saved him though.
Yeah, he was just absolutely crushed. The vision advantage, they're already coming out. Mad tries to hide in the trees. He knows he's done for. They'll even give him the Fiend's Grip. I don't even know if that would have been necessary, but I guess to save someone from being doomed and having to go back and heal, why not? So they get that kill. 2 of them go down, 2 cores of that. DC will reset, get this bottom lane push right back out, get to the Roche pit, take that Aegis, and then try to go for the closure in game 2.
Yeah, and this game feels like it's DC. Even feel like it is. It feels. I actually just said it feels, and I didn't say how it feels at all. But
it feels.
It
I mean,
feels.
that's all you really
DC
need to say
can just
sometimes.
push their base. It doesn't. Even, Shazam has a chance to win these team fights. DC just has that little extra 1% every time. Wins it. Resolution running in from the back, just perfect Roar Hawk smokes by Moo, and that's about all you need.
Now we are almost stuck in what feels like a similar position from where we were in game number 1, where it's on Shazam. They'll take what farm is available on the map before the inevitable push will be coming from DC. But this time they don't have a Darkseer. They don't have that Wombo combo factor. They have Wave Clear from MSS, but outside of that, I think that their high ground defense is not even going to be as good as the potential they had in game 1.
And they go for Weehaw middle, but no vision. Gonna hurt you. And look, they're just pushing bottom with double bore right now. Like Shazam, you know we're winning right now. You're gonna have to react to us. We're not gonna react to your split pushing middle.
Well, Mad doesn't have a TP, so they have a smoke, and he will smoke and maybe try to go for a flank setup here, but the rest of the team is not even ready to go yet. Misery confidently charging up into the base while Resolution will tank the tower. He's the Aegis holder after all. And now with an alacrity, man, that tower just gets demolished. But here comes Mad and company under that smoke. They roll in for Saksa, and he got that Doom off, but all of them just freaking dead. They mop the floor. Resolution. That boy going to work. And that is going to force a buyback now out from Mr. Fun. Mad will be not participating in this last hurrah. Weehaw gets the cleanup, sniping down TC, but we watch Resolution now. Lock into the Sprout, changes course, he'll just go for the Rax instead, and that is going to be the 3rd Rax to hit the deck for Shazam. They already lost that melee Rax at the top lane, and they didn't even have to, use too much for it. Still hold the Aegis here. Oh, MSS though.
Nope.
Nice snipe. Takes down Saksa here. Will he pay for his life? Gets put to sleep, and now it turns into a 3-on-2 for Shazam. Resolution gets off a rocket barrage. They're going to kite him around a bit. MSS will be able to take care of Misery. That's a double kill for him and more charges into his Bloodstone here. And now Resolution looking to make a run, but MSS does jump in. Gets off a nice little whirling death, but will not be able to get the Aegis down. And now a jump in from Wee. And poor Jason gets hit up from that tornado. Does he have a dust now? No detection still. Oh, nope, they have a sentry. It did drop down.
Out.
Yeah, and Weehaw will be potentially taken down here. And he is dead. MSS will get the last hit, dominating. 12 charges on his Bloodstone.
That was a triple
was pretty,
kill.
That was pretty forgiving for DC to, as they walk out, Shazam, as you mentioned, they get a triple kill.
Exactly, and MSS gets them all. They did lose a whole Rax. It almost feels like they didn't. That was so long ago, but lost a whole set of Rags bottom, but they delayed a little. Weehaw dies twice there, I believe. He gives away quite a bit of net worth. We see MSS had a lot of gold. 4K, what do you end up buying? Someone check. Oh, he buys a full Aghanims. He didn't even go for that 5th item last time he played. He went for it straight this game though.
I mean, maybe it's because he's the only one in that, outspam department. Now double chakram will help keep this push back when you're dealing with the Beastmaster, the Forge Spirits, the Wyvern push capabilities, the Gyrocopter push. Maybe they just need that double chakram to really kind of relieve the pressure here.
Yeah, and one thing I did notice that last fight, they slept MSS when he went in and killed Wyvern, but the Satyr from the neutral camp actually Hadoukened him and woke him up. It's kind of funny, because there's 3 people around, and he's like, hey, why are you guys in my jungle? It actually might have helped him get those kills. It's kind of funny.
Radiant's middle
They'll be able to
tower
take down a
is
tier 2. DC looking to make the most out of this final hurrah of the Aegis. Will Shazam be able to do something about it? This is where that Agnums comes into play. MSS will be able to quickly get rid of the creep wave, but the backdoor protection is not on, so that means this tier 3 is going to be taking some hits, and it's on Shazam. They're getting some split pressure from Brax in the top lane before he does participate in this final hurrah here, but that's tier 3 down, and they're going to have to do something about it. Let's see what they do. Jump in, Hex for resolution. There's the Sprout. They're trying to stall it out for the Aegis as much as they can, but TC will decide to go in. Focus fires resolution. Wow. While they do get a good cleanup onto Wee. Done by MSS. Misery, though. Gonna get him with the Fiend's Grip. TC jumps in, tries to stop Misery, though. He gets off the Brain Sap here, and Moo chases him. But Matt will be able to step in. Wee shows back up for the buyback. Gets the finish. Helps clean up. DC looking for the closeout here. Matt trying to run away. Has no more mana. Set to go down while Jason running for his life, hiding in the trees. We'll make it away from resolution because he's got bigger things on the plate. He's looking to go for the throne. He's looking to go to close this game out. And this is it for Shazam. They pull out their final buybacks as the racks are getting hit up here. Resolution, no more Aegis, so he's got to run. Pulls back, Misery, self-sleep to keep alive. TC getting hit pretty hard here. There goes the call down. They're going to get him. He has to buy back. MSS moves in, gets hit up with an ulti coming out from Saksa. Mad will hit him a bit, but it's not going to be nearly enough damage. He soaks it up well. And now DC looking to reposition. They pull off. Saksa is able to kind of make it out from trouble, while MSS sweeps on through, gets Misery down, and the rest of DC fully disengage. While Shazam can pull off a little bit of a hold. It does cost him a lot and a lot of buybacks here. And look at that. They'll still be able to catch up and take down the Wyvern too. So now what can Shazam do with it? They're on their final legs here with their only buybacks already expended.
Yeah, and we see that was actually, they do so, like, MSS does so much damage by stone. We saw him kill Weehaw, like, immediately at the beginning of the team fight. Weehaw bought back and ran rough shot on them all, but MSS still has the damage. I mean, this game isn't over. I think it's actually a little bit closer than the last one just because of how much damage MSS is putting out. Problem is, Slark is a little bit underfarmed. Same with Nature's Prophet. It's pretty much MSS pumping out all the damage right now, along with the Doom.
And it's fair and okay here. You know, the Agnums helps out with that burst, that's for sure. But I feel like it's all in due time, because what happens when DC just do that again? This time with no buybacks. Yeah, it could be hard. Let's see if Shazam can withstand round number 2, because it's on the way here. Look at this mid lane push right now. And MSS is like, get the chakrams out fast. Trying to slow this wave down, but DC are looking to go for the final blow.
Some of the creeps. Oh, look at him clear him out. Dang.
It's nice, but there's still no backdoor protection for a little bit. They're going to take advantage of this little window while they can. Even the creeps. Just look at how much work they do. My God. They are going to make the jump. Mad once they get in there. Can't get off the Doom. He gets hit up with Aurora. Meatball falls. Doom is out. 70-second buyback. No Doom going to be available for this fight. MSS just gets blown up. He's out. 50 seconds. No buyback. They all crumble to the ground. DC have done it. Round 2 is a 10-second knockout. Game 2 is for them. And now they're just one game away from punching their ticket to Shanghai for the NanYang land.
And that game, I know it actually ended quicker, but it felt like Shazam had a little bit better chance that game. And I mean, MSS's Timber played really well. The problem is he didn't really, I mean, you see levels, the farm, he didn't really have much backup helping him out. Slark just felt like we said at the beginning after it got picked, there just really wasn't anything you could pick into DC's lineup that scare him. And I guess that just goes to say Misery with really good captaining.
Yep, and we'll see, man. One more, and they're going to Shanghai. Shazam, we rarely see them in these kind of situations where they're down 1 game, now down 2 games. And I've never seen a situation where Shazam's like that kind of team that can take 3 straight wins, but now would be a good time to